I am Adult Services Librarian Erik, and today I'm going to go over the instructions for how you can make your very own I Survived Summer Break Stenciled Stemless wine glass. This was a really fun project, and it should be pretty easy to do. I think it only took me about 10 or 15 minutes, so we'll get started. Coming in your kit will be a stemless wine glass. Yours will be wrapped obnoxiously tight in a fairly large ball of paper. And inside the wine glass will be your stencil. You can see here, I Survived Summer Break. You'll also have a piece of transfer paper, and we'll be going over how to use this in a minute. It's actually a transfer tape, not a paper, sorry, I misspoke. And your very own little scraper squeegee kind of thing that'll be what you use to apply the vinyl to your glass. Now the very first thing you're going to want to do is to take some alcohol. That is the only thing you have to supply for yourself, is some rubbing alcohol and a paper towel. And I'll tell you why you need those. You have to clean the glass to make sure that this stencil will stick to the glass. So you can spray a paper towel, you can spray it right on the glass, and just give the whole outside of the glass a nice wipe down. Get any residue or dirt or dust off of the glass that might be on there. And then I try not to touch the glass as much as possible for the rest of the craft. Again, should just take a couple minutes. Once you've done that, set it off to the side. And then you're going to take your stencil and keep that on the ground or on your flat surface. Take the transfer tape, and this is another one of those times it really tries your patience to try to get the sticker off. And what you're going to try to do is get this stencil tape off of the packing, and then, oh, looks like I got it. And then place that on top of the stencil and try to get it as flat as possible. And it's going to be, your stencil tape, the transfer tape, is going to be bigger than the stencil, and that is by design. So then once you attach it, you take this and you just kind of go over it repeatedly for a long time. I try to go in every direction, but you're really just trying to get this transfer tape to adhere as thoroughly as possible to your stencil. And once you're happy with that, you're going to have to peel the stencil and the tape all at the same time off of whatever surface you applied them to. Usually I'm a little smarter than this and I don't actually stick the whole thing on a surface, but today I did. Do not peel the letters off of the background if you do what I just did and have the whole thing on a table. It's not the end of the world though, because right now you're going to peel the white backing off of the stencil. And you can see that some of the letters maybe aren't sticking, so just go over those again extra. And my E. So now you've got the whole stencil on your transfer tape. And what you're going to do is take your wine glass. I personally haven't found a good way to line all of these things up with each other. So I just kind of eyeball it, and I've been pretty lucky so far. So what I do is I take the wine glass and I take this stencil, and now your sticker should be just stuck on the transfer tape, and you line it up and you just slap it right on there. Work from the center out. So kind of smooth it out. And then you take this thing again and you go over all the letters one more time. And definitely make sure you go over each individual letter by itself, as well as making these kind of broad strokes. And it's a curvy surface, so it's going to be a little tricky. But definitely just take the scraper, do your couple big strokes across the whole thing, go in every direction. And then I go on each individual letter as well. And just make sure you got everything really good. And once you're pretty sure that all of your letters are adhered perfectly, very slowly take off the transfer tape. Now, one key is don't just rip it off. Definitely don't do it quickly, and don't do it straight across. You're going to want to go at kind of a diagonal. It just seems like it helps the letters stick better if you're kind of going diagonally and slowly. And if you've done it right, none of your letters should start to lift off. But if they do, you can quickly kind of roll it back up and put it into place, and take your scraper. Definitely use the hard plastic edge, not this felt edge. I don't even know what this felt edge is really for. But just go right back over the letter. And again, if you did this right the first time, you shouldn't have that issue, but it happens to all of us. And I should shut my mouth because I'm not done yet. But you can see all of my letters are stuck on here very nicely, and now I can go fill it up with some wine or some tart cherry juice like I have in this one, and enjoy the rest of my evening. I hope you enjoyed this craft. This took me less than 10 minutes this time. So please send us pictures of your finished wine glasses and enjoy.